Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this series, we're going to be going over the astrological zodiac signs, okay? And in this episode, we're going to be talking about the sixth sign, which is Virgo. Yes, Virgo, which is my sun sign. But, just like I always say, you don't just have to be a sun Virgo to relate to Virgo energy, okay? There are many ways of having Virgo energy in your charts. Check your natal charts and look at what planets you have in Virgo, and if not, just what house Virgo is located in your natal chart, because you don't just have to have Sun in Virgo to relate to Virgo energy, okay? There are people who have Mars, Venus, and Mercury all in Virgo, and that could be more Virgo energy than a person who just has Sun in their Virgo. So check out your natal charts, okay? Which is why the title is called Virgo Energy. So without further ado, here with Virgo, and the traditional sign for Virgo is the Virgin Woman, okay? So when you look at the traditional symbol Virgo, you're always gonna see the Virgin Woman, and that is supposed to represent purity, okay? Purity, the virgin, purity, you know? And Virgos are represented by this purity because Virgos are obsessed with perfection, okay? And what perfection is purity. It's when everything is pure. It's when everything is perfect. It's when there is no problems. You know, when you think of pure things, you're thinking of things that are innocent, things that have no flaws. And that is what Virgo energy is about, okay? And that's why the Virgin represents Virgo so much, okay? The Virgin Woman. So that is the symbol of Virgo, okay? And the element that Virgo is in is earth, okay? So Virgo is an earth sign, and earth signs deal with our physical realities, okay? This is our five senses, taste, touch, smell, because this is how we interact with our realities physically, okay? And it also deals with our physical reality, which is our materialistic life, how we survive, our home, our money, our finances, okay, our work, the physical activities that we do in life. This is all earth energy. So with Virgos, Virgos are very interested in survival, okay? These are people who want to be responsible, want to pay their bills, want to have house, want to have food, want to have their clothing, shelter, want to enjoy the physical aspects of life as well too, and what that has to offer, okay? Which is, again, a nice home, nice shelter, nice food, all these things. So Virgo is very interested in the survival of life, and because of that, they're going to be very practical, okay? And practicality looks like responsibility, okay? Being active in your survival. So going to work, you know, making sure you eat the right things, all these things that are earth stuff. It's all about maintaining structure and stability, which is the big thing with Virgos. Virgos want to be stable, okay? So all of these things about our physical life, being stable, making money, making sure these are all deal with practicality and being responsible, okay? So you're gonna see that with Virgos. Virgos are very responsible and very matter of fact, okay? They're into practical reality, what's physical. You can't really excite earth signs in general with ideas or feelings. They wanna know if it's real, okay? Can it actually be done? Is it something that can physically be seen or attained, okay? This is what earth signs are about. They're about the hardcore reality of things. So very blunt in that sense of way, and you'll see that, you know, with Virgos, okay? So with that, you also have the quality of element, and Virgo's quality is mutable. So these are adaptable people. So you put this mutable quality in earth, okay? So mutable earth is Virgo, mutable earth. You're talking about adaptable earth, okay? So we already talked about earth representing our physical realities, our ability to work, you know, our discipline, okay? And then you put this in mutable. Virgos are very flexible, okay? Very flexible workers, okay? They understand physical reality, and they understand how to adapt to it, okay? They can do any type of job, very disciplined. They can deal with problems in different ways to adapt to life. That's why they're great problem solvers, because they're so mutable, okay, in this element of earth, which again we talked about is the physical reality, how we survive. So being mutable in it makes you adaptable. These are people who can work with anything practically. You know, Virgos are the master workers, and to be a great worker, you have to be able to adapt. You know, when another problem comes in, you adapt to that one, then you adapt to that one, then you learn this one, and that's Virgo. Very practical, always problem, and makes them great problem solvers, okay? Seeing how things can work. So these are great. I mean, like I said, earth people are great when it comes to survival, because again, they're all about survival in the physical reality. But with Virgos, they're very smart in this, okay? Because again, like I said, they're the most adaptable. So they're gonna be the most flexible when it comes to survival, when it comes to making money, you know, when it comes to getting in shape, when it comes to eating right, when it comes to anything dealing with, you know, our physical reality. So that's a great aspect of Virgo, because Virgos are very smart, as you'll see. As we get into this next aspect, which Virgo is ruled by Mercury, okay? So Mercury is the sign of the mind, of functions, of systems, okay? Of how we use, of logic, okay? So you put this in Virgo, an earth sign, you're talking about a logical worker, a very smart worker, someone who's not just practical, but also logical. So practicality is all about what about the common sense things, okay? The things that make sense to the things that make common sense, because it deals with how we physically survive. But then when you put Virgo into it, Mercury into it, into this earth energy, you're talking about an intellectual, practical person. So Virgos aren't just practical, but they're able to be very logical and look into the details of stuff. So they're able to see the bigger picture, which is practicality, you know, simple functions, how reality functions, and also the details of those functions, okay? The information of those functions. How do you become an intellectual in practicality? This is Virgo. So Virgos, again, very smart people. Any person, you know, Gemini is the other sign ruled by Mercury. So again, we're talking about very mental people. Virgos have so much going on in their minds, okay? But because they're earth, this is gonna represent the earth side of Mercury. Gemini is the air side of Mercury, so that's more of the extroverted. That's like learning information, but sharing it with people and communicating them and being a teacher and sharing information. Virgo is practicality, so this is how you conserve. This is introverted, so they deal a lot with the thought processing, okay? Virgos really evaluate before they speak, before they communicate, before they spread information. They really want to evaluate it, edit the information so that they really know if it's right, if it makes sense, because this is practical. So again, Geminis are very airy, so they're more mental and they're shooting out ideas quickly. But Virgos are really getting it right, because Virgos is the earth sign. So they're here for practicality. Things really have to make sense on a physical level. So they really edit their ideas. This is a sign that's really into their head. Okay, Virgos are gonna analyze everything, and not only they analyze everything, it has to work in reality. And then the next thing to understand is Virgo rules the 6th house, okay? So Virgo rules the 6th house. The 6th house, there are 12 houses in astrology. Every sign rules a house, and the house represents a subject in life. Virgo rules the 6th, which deals with routines, work, maintenance, okay? This is how we keep up with our jobs, with our finances, with our health, everything that deals with our physical reality, how we maintain our bodies, our smell, our odor, cleaning, maintenance, how we continue to make money every single week, routines, jobs, working, jobs, 9 to 5s. Virgo rules all of that working stuff, going to your job every day, maintenance, because Virgo's all about looking at all the details and making sure they get it right, because you got to understand it's an earth sign, so they're very, very invested in their physical reality and how they survive, but it's ruled by Mercury, so they're intellectual and looking at all the details of how to survive and how to deal with their physical reality. So you got someone who's a busy worker, and that rules the sixth house, because again, this is how we work. This is how we maintain our realities, our survivals, by constantly working. You know, we cook we work every day, we do this every day. We're constantly doing our chores, our jobs, our routines to maintain and stabilize our survival. And that's what Virgo is, the work, doing all the dirty work. You know, Virgos do the jobs and the works that people don't want to do. They focus on the things that people want to get away from because they understand responsibility. And that's what makes Virgo such a responsible person, because not only, like, all earth signs are very responsible, but like I said, that Mercury aspect to Virgo is what makes them intellectual and looking at the details of their responsibility. So they are very smart in this, okay? Very smart survivals. And again, that's the sixth house, our routines, our work. How do we keep up, okay? Our health. And it all deals with our physical reality, our physical bodies, our health, all of that, okay? The next thing to understand with Virgo is Virgo rules the digestive system, okay? So again, we talked about purity. Remember, going back all the way up to the symbol, purity. Virgo is all about perfection. And again, that perfection is what makes them very nervous and jittery, okay? It's ruled by Mercury, but if you're constantly wanting to be perfect all the time, you're gonna go crazy. I mean, it makes you nervous and jittery, but with that also comes the digestive system. We're talking about purity. The digestive system takes out the good nutrients and all the bad things that need to go to waste. So this is, again, Virgo's always looking at the details, purifying things, taking things out, weeding things out that don't need to be there. All Virgo. That's why it will rule the digestive system, which separates those. It looks into the things that need to be taken out. And what is it doing? It's purifying. It's sifting through. It's purifying. That is Virgo. Virgo looks into all the details. Its mind is like a sifter. It's analyzing everything and making sure, taking out the things that don't need to be there. They look at all the details, and that's a very good representation of the digestive system. And the stomach as well too. Virgos, if you have lots of Virgo energy, you know, you can have a sensitive stomach, you know. If, you know, something isn't supposed to be in your stomach, you know, with that person with that Virgo energy is going to be the first person to throw it up, because they are the ones that rule the digestive system, and they're going to be the most sensitive to that. So whatever really shouldn't be in their body will not be. So keep that in mind. And the last thing to understand is the season Virgo rules. And Virgo rules, I believe, August 23rd to September 22nd, okay? And this is the ending of summer, transitioning into fall. And we're transitioning into the fall. And if you look at Virgo energy, it starts in the fall. This is the beginning of school. So you think about Virgo, school is about routine. You get up, you go to school every day. We're getting back into routines. We're getting out of all the fun of the summer. The summer was so fun, yay. Now we got to get back to work. Now we got to get back to our routines. Now things are getting colder. It's not going to be as hot, you know? So again, Virgo is about responsibility, maintenance, 9 to 5, getting up every day, maintaining, doing the work, doing the chores. This is that season for it. No wonder we go back to school during Virgo season, okay? So makes a lot of sense. And, you know, I'm a sun in Virgo, so I understand Virgo energy. It can be very crazy, us always trying to get everything perfect. So relax, Virgos, and understand that you're doing a better job than a lot of other people. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and come back for my next video. And if you enjoyed the music, the beginning of this video, please guys check out my music on Spotify and on Apple and here on YouTube. And also check out my music video on here on YouTube as well. And if you really enjoy astrology, book a reading with me. I have my email down here in the description box below, and all my music links and information. And I'll check you guys out next time. So see you guys.